take the whole thing and they put it in the alcohol and they call it bitters. But now what we are doing is we have these electric blenders that can blend so much at a go. We are overdoing it.
Our own registered nurse, Sister Rachel, on board. We are continuing to protect ourselves. But hearing the news in March, a few of us started blending things, drinking lemon, lime, and all sort of things, just to keep ourselves away from the whole virus. The ingredients are ginger, garlic, lemon or lime, onions, are natural ingredients that we consider safe for food. But when combined, they are not all that safe. I'm beginning to learn that. So what is your take on the way home remedies have caused and is continuing to cause harm to us today?
Just for the benefit of those who are just joining, I would like to applaud you for taking on such a huge project to discuss issues that are relevant to our community. You know, only us can celebrate ourselves. It's a great job you are doing, and I would like to encourage you to keep up to it. The thing about home remedies is that there is no dosage, meaning how much is enough and how much is too much. It's not just in the pandemic era. It has always been like that. We never know how much is enough or how much is too much. For example, if you take a look at conventional medication like Tylenol, aspirin, you'll find that they have Tylenol 300 milligrams. They have aspirin 80 milligrams. They even have aspirin 81 milligrams, which would tell you that the smallest thing makes a difference.
That's really, really good. So it's always about the quantity, I guess.
It's always about the quantity. Let's start with ginger. Ginger has a medicinal property.
Okay.
It's loaded with antioxidants. Okay, so it's used to protect the body from inflammation. So basically, it has a medicinal property. When you move on to garlic, garlic has an antibacterial or antifungal property. Lemon is very high in vitamin C, in that it enhances the immune system. But we also know that lemon is very acidic. So if you take something as acidic as lemon and you drink so much of it, something as acidic as ginger, if you take too much, you might find that it erodes the lining of your stomach. So now you are drinking these things to treat COVID, and then you end up in the hospital with acid reflux or ulcer. So it's all about the fact that they have medicinal property. So you have to know how much is too much and how much is enough.
Thank you. I just went back in the day when the grandparents used to grind them, right? Drink or maybe a little bit of alcohol blended with something.
Yeah.
To cure us. But people were not getting I don't know what they did, but I don't think people were getting that sick, because there has been a case of one guy passing away in Washington from blending the lemon and ginger and different herbs.
Yeah.
And how much of ginger or garlic and blended together is too much?
We didn't have blenders then. When they are blending, the quantity is not as much as we would do these days. They just take a little bit and then they grind it. They don't blend it, they grind it. And sometimes they don't even grind it. They take the whole thing and they put it in the alcohol. But now what we are doing is we have these electric blenders that can blend so much at a go. We are overdoing it. These things have medicinal properties and you can overdose on it. Imagine having all this ginger blended, lemon or lime blended in a large quantity. It would irritate your gastric lining. And what that will do is it will come up and then you might experience palpitations. You are treating COVID, but you've taken so much into your stomach, it's affecting your heart. So your heart starts beating fast. You start getting palpitation. So that it's something like that that would make him die.
Wow. I don't know if anyone has any input, but I'm moving on to vitamins. Everyone is talking about vitamin C's, D's, and the zinc, and how these three are so much important supplements to have in your homes. Do we necessarily need these supplements if you are eating right? I know the question is obvious, but there has been a whole lot of debate on, okay, if you're eating right, you don't need these supplements. So what's your take on that?
So with vitamins, for example, vitamin C is full of antioxidants and molecules that boost the immune system. You can find it in a lot of fruits. There's also vitamin D, which is a fat-soluble vitamin that plays an important role in the body. It helps with our bones and our teeth and assisting the immune system's function. So is zinc. But the thing is, again, how much is too much? For example, they have 500 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams, 1,500. So if you know you are eating right, then maybe you should just be taking a minimum dosage, like 500 milligrams. And that's why we also have multivitamins. You see that when you take a pack of multivitamin, you have all of these vitamins like zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D in little doses, which is supposed to supplement your eating. That's the thing with multivitamins. The people that take specific vitamins, like they'll take vitamin C as a vitamin, were prescribed by their doctors. So maybe you went for your annual checkup, your doctor says, you know what, you are low on iron. The body needs vitamin C to process iron. So the doctor might say to you, okay, take 500 milligrams or take 1,000 milligrams vitamin C with your iron tablets. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So these vitamins are for people who their immune system is deficient.
Okay.
But now with COVID, everybody is just grabbing everything off the shelf. Of course, vitamin C is very good. It boosts the immune system. But if you know you are eating right, then just take a minimum dose. Like if it comes in 500 milligrams, just take 500 milligrams.
That sounds like...
I don't know whether you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Right. I just wanted to add up to what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's very important that everyone had their checkups so that the doctor will be able to determine what your body needs. You know my story when I had the problem with my thyroid and my whole system. But the specialist had told me that I don't need no vitamins will help and this and that. But then when I did research, I found out that I really need some vitamins. So I went to my family doctor who did the checking for me. And then I was able to determine what I need to take and what I don't need in my system. So in other words, it's very important. Just don't go buying things. There are times you don't even need the multivitamins per se. But your doctor, as Rachel said, that will be able to determine, and then you, with the blood work, they'll be able to tell you need more vitamins. And even as we're aging, some need more than others. You know,
That's the point. That's the point. Yeah.
Yes. So it's very important. So I'm just adding to what you were just saying. It's very important.
Yes.
You let your doctor check it for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow. So okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I also want to add on to that. I take multivitamins. I was recommended to take, and then I didn't take. And then I had problems. And then I went to a pharmacy, and the pharmacist told me, you need to be taking this. And ever since, I take my multivitamins. I don't have a problem. If I skip, say, 2-3 days, I start developing something, and as soon as when I go back to taking them, I don't have a problem. My question is on the fruits and vegetables. We take as much, we try to take as much as we can, the fruits and vegetables. But the vegetables and the fruits we get nowadays, some of them are non-organic. And you are taking, you think you are taking enough.
Yes, yes.
You still have a problem.
Yes,
because of the type of veggies and fruits that you are taking. And sometimes you find there, it's written organic. How sure are you that they are organic? This is something that, sometimes you just end up like, oh, let me just take the vitamins to save myself, because I don't know what I'm taking, whether it's enough or not.
Yeah, the body needs vitamin C to absorb iron. So assuming you are eating all these fruits or you are eating all these vegetables that have iron, but you are not getting the right vitamin C to push the iron into your blood, then you think you are eating right, but you are still lacking iron.
And may I also add that the cooking aspect, a lot of people like from my country, from Ghana, sometimes is a way we process the vitamins that we're eating. We overcook it, we throw away the water after we cook it, and all these vitamins are water soluble. And so when you cook it and you throw away the water, which you need in your food, let's say you're cooking spinach, and then you put it in your steamer for so long. When you are throwing away the water, look how much of the vitamins are gone inside that water. So the best way when you're cooking those kind of vegetables, use coconut oil, to toss it around so that you don't get rid of the vitamins that is needed. There are some people who cook good, and for those reasons, they hardly needed even any vitamins at all. So we have to be careful on our cooking aspect, put into consideration all the nutrients that you're throwing away. And if you have a habit of throwing them away, then by all means, you need vitamin C on a daily basis. Our process of cooking, we have to take into consideration. We should stop throwing away all these vitamins that we need in our system for the sake of making the food taste good. So that's one of the aspects that I want to bring to everybody's attention. That is very important. We don't throw away the vitamins.
That's really good. Greg?
I agree. And it's not just the Ghanaian, I think all African foods we overcook. And we don't like to eat raw vegetables. They have to be cooked somehow.
That's true.
Greg, did you have
Yeah, so a couple of things, if that's okay. I was also going to say that maybe to combat the draining away of the nutrients, you could probably steam things. So that things.
The steaming should be very, very, very small. Few minutes. Otherwise, the steam is still going to drain your spinach and your vitamins. Your mixed vegetable inside the water. And the next time, my brother, you steam, you watch the water as you're throwing it out. The color has completely changed.
That makes sense. And I also wanted to add one thing, increasing your metabolism, especially in this weird time. Having exercise and physical activity helps your body, absorb all these things. But if you're not taking care of the mechanism that absorb these things, like, they work hand in hand, right? So that's just something to consider, I suppose.
Thank you, Greg. Madam Rachel, do you have anything to add to what Greg is saying?
No.
Okay. Now, thank you so much for that contribution.